Now this is gonna get a little touchy. This might be an odd subject to discuss in One Piece, but I found it interesting to talk about it because I don't think it gets a lot of attention as it should. And some of the more vocal audience members of One Piece go like, what the fuck? What is this SJW bullshit? I don't wanna think about statements that this show is making, even though everything is essentially based on something else that's trying to make a statement on something, and oh wait, my argument is falling apart. Listen, fucko, you can't ignore that some characters in One Piece are inherently LGBTQ+ in one form or another. This video is going to talk about positive or negative aspects of them. Is there going to be a point? Probably not. I just thought it was interesting. So, let's begin. I think we should start off with what started this video idea of LGBTQ+ representation in One Piece. Number 3, or Bon Clay, or Bentham. There is too many names for him. A former member of the defunct criminal syndicate Baroque Works, Bon Clay is what's known as an Okama, the Japanese slang for gay person. By appearance alone, you can tell he's very fabulous. And some people may think that that's a bad thing, because it's often a stereotype that gay people have a very unique or good dress sense. And truth be told, maybe this is a changed stereotype in our society. I'm not one to say. I don't really give a shit. Counterpoint is that every single fucking character looks so fucking extravagant. Okay, maybe not in the sense of Bon Clay style, but every single character in One Piece has an exaggerated look to them. I mean, you've got fucking cyborgs, singing talking afro skeletons, my favourite character, reindeers, long noses, a man with fucking swords on his fingers, one that looks fucking golden. Men look buff as hell, and the women, don't even get me fucking started on the women with their over-sexualized body proportions meant to go for the male fantasy. And where was I going with this? He was originally introduced as one of the series' antagonists, but before they actually had to face each other, they shared quite a cute bond, which comes later on in the arc. He sacrifices himself so that the Straw Hats can escape the wrath of the Navy because of something he calls the Okama Code, the belief to uphold friendship above all else. In a series that's central to friendship and family, having an LGBT+ character synonymous to this theme is quite significant. I think this quote really sums his character up quite well.
男の道をそれると女の道をそれると踏み外せぬは人の道散らばもろとも誠の空に咲かせてみせよ大釜へ
It connects a marginalized group of people to this idea of being there for your fellow person, which makes it quite unifying in a way. I'm probably talking out my ass, to be honest. Far off into the series later on, we meet Bon Clay again in Impel Down, an underwater prison that Luffy has to break into to free his brother from execution. It's a long story. But point is, Bon Clay meets another LGBT+ person in Impel Down who's created his secret paradise, and his name is Emporio Ivankov.
Prisoners have disappeared. They've been pulled down into hell. Those silly little fools couldn't be more wrong. We're here and we're queer. I wouldn't exactly call this hell, would you? Well, who knows? Maybe it is. But if so, at least it's a gay one. The secret underground where dreams come true. I bid you welcome to Impel Down level 5.5, bitches! A secret garden for all y'all prisoners! Ah! This is New Kama Land! Hee-haw!
Oh, you know damn well who this person is based off of. And ain't he fucking sweet. Emporio Ivankov is the, queen of Kamabaki Kingdom, which we'll get to later. He is also one of the main officers of the Revolutionary Army, one of the groups of interest in One Piece who are trying to take down the world government. Oh, there is so much stuff that people won't get. And also rules the, as I stated before, secret paradise of Impel Down. Much like how Bon Clay is all about friendship, Emporio Ivankov's main thing is freedom. Freedom from gender stereotypes, freedom from what's holding you back, freedom from the oppressive world government, which is why the main head of the Revolutionary Army, Dragon, took him in as one of his main officers. Which, I think it's really interesting that it's not just political freedom that he's going into, it's more expressive freedom, which I think is really interesting, and one of my favourite things about Emporio Ivankov. It's a lot deeper when you think about it. Even his devil fruit goes into the idea of breaking boundaries, the hormone fruit. Hold up. Oh, what even? A devil fruit in One Piece is a mystical fruit that, when consumed, gives you incredible abilities, such as becoming rubber, becoming slices, becoming smoke, becoming smooth, becoming explosions, controlling weight, controlling sound, becoming wax, becoming a mole person, becoming a gun, dinosaur, magnet, straw, soul, eating flowers, age, and so on. The downside is that you're not allowed to swim. Now that's out of the way, Ivankov uses his hormone fruit to change his bodily appearance, essentially becoming gender fluid, changing from man to woman. He also does this with other characters, saying he's awakening their gender identity, which, I mean, is not a bad thing. There's one character that fully on accepts it, but there's another one that doesn't actually accept it, which is arguable, because he later on likes it. But it's a very tenuous thing. But he seems happy with it, and who am I to blame him? His followers in Impel Down as well don't conform to any masculine or feminine attire. They just want to be free in a prison. To be fair, that is safe to say with most people. Those are probably the most positive groups of characters in One Piece. Now let's get to the negative aspects of them. Remember when I talked about Kamabaka Kingdom? Yeah, this is it.
あなたもきっとそうだと思ったのよ。辛かったでしょ。もう自分を偽らなくていいの。
Yeah. Shit's pretty fucked. They're drawn ugly and almost monstrous. They force their ways onto others even though they're not comfortable with it. It's really unnecessary. Every single male character seems appalled by them. And you know what? Those characters have a point. Because they were designed that way and it sucks. I know they established that kingdom already, but the people in Impel Down seem good enough. So why create something so hideous? I know that's supposed to be Sanji's worst nightmare, him being a womanizer and all, but purpose is not a good excuse. In fact, this just hurts Sanji's character even more, calling them not women out of straight pride. This representation is based on a harmful stereotype. Mockery is fine, but when it actually tries to become synonymous with the truth, that can be something else I find important to discuss is the lack of lesbian or bisexual or any other sexual orientation in One Piece. And I know there were like women in Impel Down that probably had different sexual orientation, but like main characters. I know he wants to do it to write for his audience, which is essentially young boys, as it is a shonen manga. And you know what? I probably don't have anything wrong with that. Write what you want to know, or write what you can, but limiting what you can write about does more harm than good, in my opinion. True, it probably won't affect the story. God damn it, okay, look, a thing happened, and now we just have to live with it. So, as I was talking about, true, it hasn't affected the story thus far, and probably won't if they were added in. But to those that are lesbian or bisexual, or any other part of the sexual orientation or gender spectrum, it means the world to them. I think I'm making a big deal about this is because in the world of One Piece, the world of the mad, the strange and the dangerous, it's still about unity in a harsh environment. Luffy has this unique ability to befriend whomever sooner or later, and he doesn't care about their aspects that might shun them from humanity. Not humanity, society. He doesn't see them necessarily in a different light. They are who they are, and he accepts them for that. The characters are an exaggeration of an archetype, but there is always depth to them. There is always something more. They become more than an archetype. They become characters. I'm probably looped back, but the point is, the more they are written about, the more they are accepted. And the more they're accepted, the more we feel accepted. He was originally introduced as an antagonist, as an fuck it, villain. My only problem is like pronunciations. Anything with the mouth, really. Now, in some cases, but it's always good to point out the criticisms in a thing.